Imagine this, you buy something expensive, not because you need it, but because you feel like you deserve it. A new phone, a new watch, a new car. And for a few minutes, you feel powerful, you feel like you're leveling up. But then something strange happens, your old stuff suddenly starts looking embarrassing. Your charger feels cheap, your clothes feel outdated, your furniture feels wrong. And without realizing it, one purchase becomes 5. You didn't just buy an item, you accidentally bought a new lifestyle. And this is one of the most dangerous psychological traps in modern society, because it doesn't destroy people through big mistakes. It destroys them through small upgrades that look harmless. Today I'm going to show you the psychological effect behind this trap, why it's more powerful today than ever, and how to protect your bank account from it. This is the story of the Diderot Effect. Let's start with something simple. You walk into a store, your phone works fine, but the battery is weaker. The screen has a small crack. You tell yourself, it's time for an upgrade. I use it every day. It's basically an investment. So you buy the newest iPhone, you feel proud. You leave the store thinking, I'm successful, I'm improving my life. But the moment you get home, you look at your old charger and suddenly it feels like trash. It feels disrespectful to plug a premium device into a cheap cable. So you buy a new charger, then your case looks ugly. So you buy a new one, then your old headphones don't match, so you buy AirPods. And just like that, your $1,200 purchase becomes $1,600. But here's the scary part. You didn't even feel like you were spending. It felt like you were completing something, like your new phone was demanding its own ecosystem. And that's exactly how this trap works. Most people think spending problems are caused by low income, but that's not true. Spending problems are usually caused by something deeper, identity tension. Your brain wants your external world to match your internal story. So when you buy something that feels higher status, your brain updates your identity. You are no longer the old version of yourself. You are now the upgraded version. And your old things no longer match that identity. They start to create psychological discomfort. And your brain hates discomfort, so you fix it by buying more. This is why so many people can't save money, not because they don't know how, but because their identity keeps changing faster than their income. To understand this, we need to go back in time. France, 18th century. There was a philosopher named Denis Diderot, a brilliant man. He helped build one of the most important works of knowledge in history, the Encyclopedia. But despite his intelligence, he was poor. He lived a simple life. His furniture was old, his clothes were worn out. His home wasn't luxurious, but he was fine, he was content. Until one day something happened. The Empress of Russia, Catherine the Great, admired his work. And she decided to help him. She offered him a huge amount of money in exchange for his personal library. But she allowed him to keep the books. So suddenly, Diderot became rich. And like any human being, he decided to treat himself. He bought one luxury item, a beautiful, expensive, elegant robe, and when he wore it, he felt like a new man. He felt like someone important. But then he looked around his room, and everything else looked miserable. His old chair looked pathetic, his rug looked dirty, his desk looked cheap, and his brain couldn't accept the contrast, so he started upgrading. New desk, new chair, new rug, new curtains, and one purchase turned into an entire lifestyle renovation. And after months of upgrades, Diderot was broke again. Later, he wrote an essay where he admitted something terrifying. He said, "I was the master of my old robe, but I became the slave of my new one." And that sentence perfectly describes modern consumer life, because the moment you upgrade your identity, your life becomes more expensive. Back then, Diderot had no internet, no social media, no marketing algorithms. Today, the Diderot effect is weaponized because modern companies don't sell products, They sell identities. Apple doesn't sell a phone. They sell a lifestyle. Nike doesn't sell shoes. They sell confidence. Tesla doesn't sell a car. They sell status and future thinking. And once you buy into an identity, you start buying everything around it. This is why brands love influencers, because they show you the full identity package, not just the product, the clothes, the apartment, the coffee shop, the gym, the vacations, and your brain starts believing, if I buy what they buy, I will become who they are. That's the illusion, and it's expensive. Let's look at a modern example. You decide you want to get in shape. You buy a gym membership. Then you realize you need gym shoes. Then you need a better outfit. Then you buy supplements, then a smartwatch, then protein powder. Then you need a blender. Then you start buying healthier food. Then you need a meal prep service. Then you need a new bag. Then you need a better mirror. Then you need better headphones. You didn't just buy fitness, you bought the identity of fitness. And if you're not careful, you can spend thousands before losing your first kilogram. That's the Diderot Effect. It turns a single improvement into a full financial commitment. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Most people don't go broke because they buy expensive things. They go broke because they buy expensive things. While still earning cheap money, their income stays the same, but their identity upgrades. And identity upgrades always demand more spending. This is why people who win the lottery often go bankrupt. They upgrade their life too fast. They buy a new house, then they need new furniture. They buy a luxury car, then they need luxury maintenance. They buy designer clothes, then they need expensive vacations to match. The money disappears not because they're stupid, but because their identity changed overnight and their spending followed. This is why the first luxury item is the most dangerous, not because it's expensive, but because it changes your baseline. It becomes the anchor, and everything else starts to feel low quality. You stop enjoying what you used to enjoy. Your old life no longer feels good enough. You are no longer buying for function. You are buying for emotional consistency. And that's why consumerism is so powerful, because it doesn't attack your wallet first. It attacks your psychology. Now the question is, how do we stop this? We can't live like monks. We can't avoid upgrades forever. But we can build psychological defenses. Here are 3 rules. Rule 1, calculate the system cost. Before buying anything expensive, ask, what else will this purchase demand? If you buy a PS5, will it demand a 4K TV? Will it demand subscriptions, extra controllers? If the system cost is triple the price, you're not buying a console, you're buying a new lifestyle. Rule 2, the one in, one out rule. If you buy a new item, an old item must leave. This stops accumulation, because the Diderot effect grows when your environment becomes cluttered with upgrades. Rule 3. Choose low-status anchors. This is the most powerful strategy. Keep your anchor items simple. Drive a reliable car instead of a status car. Wear a basic watch. Have a functional phone. Because when your anchor items are humble, your lifestyle stays affordable. And the best part? You feel free. You stop being a servant to your possessions. There's nothing wrong with buying nice things. Nice things are fine. But you need to understand the game you're playing, because one purchase doesn't complete your life. It resets your life. It creates a new baseline. And then your brain starts chasing consistency. So the next time you want to upgrade, don't ask, can I afford it? Ask, what will it force me to upgrade next? Because sometimes the most expensive thing isn't the item you buy, it's the chain reaction you didn't predict. And don't be a slave to your upgrades. Be the master of your money. If this video made you rethink a purchase you were about to make, hit the like button and subscribe. Because on this channel, we explore the hidden psychology that controls your finances. I'll see you in the next one.